heard. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, we are live in Los Angeles on iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Joy Taylor is joining me on a Tuesday. HBO Hard Knocks debuts tonight with the Raiders and John Gruden.
Can't wait. It may be the greatest ever.
Yeah, there are a lot of storylines.
It has that potential.
A lot of crazy people, a lot of big stories, big talkers, big ego. John Gruden's a TV star, so we'll all be. It's great to have you in. So, social media can be very punishing. It's the tyranny of the mob. Doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Nobody wants to get beaten up on social media. Your phone's going crazy. And so it's important when you're going into a battle to curry the favor of the public, right? That's why people hire PR firms and PR handlers, so you can, get some public sentiment on your side. So Jerry Jones right now and Stephen Jones are in a very public battle with Ezekiel Elliott and his camp and his agents and his attorneys to gain some public sentiment on this holdout. Obviously, Cowboy fans want to see their star player on the field. Obviously, Zeke wants to get paid. But it's interesting to watch the positioning of Jerry Jones and his experience doing this and the inexperience of Ezekiel Elliott. So yesterday, through Jane Slater, she'll be on our show in 15, 20 minutes, the Cowboys released, making it very public again, they released some sourcing through Jane Slater. Quote, "We have made generous offers to make our quarterback, running back, wide receivers highest paid top 5 in their positions. We are prepared to make it a prove-it deal for all of them if they unravel and don't come to fruition." So just think of the wording here. Generous, highest paid, prepared. Cowboys are telling you, we are prepared. We've done our homework. We're willing to make generous offers. Those are nice words, prepared and generous. You go to somebody's house for Thanksgiving. We prepared a nice meal. There are generous portions. Very good wording by the Cowboys. Oh, and then Ezekiel Elliott, his camp released this through Josina Anderson. He would not play without a new contract, and he told them in January. That's a threat. I will not play. I told you in January. So the Cowboys, generous, highest paid, we are prepared. Ezekiel Elliott down in Mexico, not with the team, won't play this year. Told you in January. Who's winning the PR battle? The Jones family. Remember Stephen Jones? About a week ago, I said, this is so shrewd. This is all about every time Jerry or Stephen talk, what's the common thread? They're being reasonable. Here was Stephen Jones.
We want to be fair. We want our players to feel good about their contract. But at the same time, we don't want to do things that are out of line because we can't afford to be that way. Whether it's Dak, whether it's Amari, whether it's Zeke, they all understand we've got a whole group of young players coming behind them that want to be Dallas Cowboys and want to stay here. And we save money. Whether it's with Dak, whether it's with Zeke, whether it's with Amari, it's not saving Jerry and I a dollar. It's just money that's going to go to another player.
Fair, reasonable, go to the players, well compensated, prepared. The Texas twang. We're all just family here. We all want to make this thing work. We're prepared. We've made generous, reasonable, fair. See all the wording? It's really smart. This is for owners, Jerry and Steven, that know what they're doing. Zeke's not talking. It's down in Mexico. I will not play. This is not the way. I told you in January. Week 1, Zeke's not on the field. They're not going to be booing Jerry. They're going to be booing Zeke. This is, have you heard of the art of the deal? This is the art of public relations. This is why people hire PR people to massage, how would this play? Massage the message. Make it. This is a prime example. Listen to the wording by Jerry and Steven and the Cowboys. They've been through this 20 times. This is the first rodeo for Zeke. He never held out before, and he's stumbling. He's not doing a good job on this. All the messaging, Cowboys favor. Speaking of messaging, I have never seen a team coming off a 7-8-1 season. The Cleveland Browns make this much noise, but they give us a story every day. So yesterday, they can't even not re-sign an offensive line coach without making it a big story. So Bob Wiley was that sort of verbose, outspoken, funny character offensive line coach. Freddie Kitchens got the job and did not retain him. And Bob Wiley came out and took shots at the rookie head coach, Freddie Kitchens, and said he didn't deserve it. He didn't do squat. So Freddie Kitchens, I don't know why he felt a need to respond. Some have questioned whether he's ready for a big job. I would not have gone here, but Freddie Kitchens fired back at Bob Wiley.
Listen, Bob wasn't under contract. All right, he forgot to tell everybody that. He wasn't under contract. He had talked about retiring forever. All right, so sometimes when a person says something, they have to be made to feel relevant, okay? Bob knows what happened. Bob knows what was going on. And when he was here, he knew everything about it. Bob doesn't wear brown and orange anymore, all right? I had the opportunity to hire Bob. I didn't want to.
Not sure why you had to tell us the backstory. I don't think anybody cares. He's an offensive line coach. But, folks, this is very predictable. This is very predictable. Cleveland's new money, and they don't know what to do with it. They're buying jet skis. They're buying sports cars. They're buying second and third houses. They don't know how to act. How would they? They have never been here before. Super Bowl talk. Cleveland is generational wealth. The grandpa was wealthy. The parents are wealthy. The kids are wealthy. They've been here before. They were noisy last year. They got it out of the building. They're like, there's too much noise here. Because when you've never had money and power, you become fake rich guy and fake tough guy, loud guy, because you don't know how to act. Cleveland doesn't know how to act. How would they? They've never been here. They haven't won the division since the 80s. Maybe 1989, but it's still the 80s. The Steelers know how to act. They got noisy, got him out of the building. Pete Carroll's team got noisy, he got him out of the building. And this is New England gets noisy, they get him out of the building. That's because Pete Carroll and Bill Belichick and Mike Tomlin have been here before. They've been to Super Bowls. This is new money and old wealth. That's what this battle is. The Pittsburgh Steelers have had the quietest Steeler camp in years. And the Cleveland Browns have had the noisiest camp in the entire league. I don't remember a camp this noisy. And again, when you never had money and get it, when you never had power and you get it, you become kind of fake tough guy. Carolina was this for a year. Jacksonville was this 2 years ago. Carolina and Jacksonville, Cincinnati 4 years ago hosted a playoff game. And everybody's like, oh, Carolina, Jacksonville, Cincinnati. And they followed it up by embarrassing themselves the following year. Because the minute they got into crisis, they're just fake tough guy. Carolina was fake tough guy. Jacksonville was fake tough guy. Cincinnati was fake tough guy. Pittsburgh's tough guy. Pittsburgh's not faking anything. New England's tough guy. Philadelphia's tough guy. Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll. It's not any fake there. They're proven. And when you get that power and you've never had it, and you get that money and you've never had it, man, you start feeling yourself. Listen to Freddie Kitchens, who by all accounts is a nice guy. I watched him play college football, quarterback at Alabama. But did you hear how he wrapped up the presser yesterday?
You know, the days of inside information and the days of unnamed sources and stuff like that have ended. So you're not going to get any information like that ever. Anybody. And if I ever see it, they're fired immediately. That's the way we're running this organization. And I can take it. John Dorsey can take it. We won't crack, I promise you.
Promises, I'll fire people. Does that need to be said? Does Andy Reid say that? Does Belichick say that? Does Pete Carroll say that? Does Mike Tomlin say that? Does Sean Payton say that? You have to say that stuff. Again, I don't blame Cleveland. Act like you've been there before. They haven't. They've never had power. They've never had hype. They've never had money. They've never had it. Pittsburgh across the streets had all of those for years. They're trying to get quieter. Cleveland's trying to validate their success. We'll fire people. Let me tell you the story. Here's a headline. Let's chug beer. I don't blame them. When you've never been there, you're kind of faking it. Cleveland, 7-8-1. 1-5 against winning teams. making headlines again. Coming up next, the Raiders are the only team in the league threatening to unseat the Browns as the noisiest team in camp. And there'll be a TV show tonight, and my thoughts on that and why HBO chose the Raiders coming up next. Listen, did you know, on average, national average, it takes police 45 minutes to respond to home security alarm? Because generally, when a home security system is triggered, a lot of times police assume it's just a false alarm. Call goes to the bottom of the list. Not with Simply Safe Home Security. They have video verification technology. Police 3.5 times faster because it can be proven this house is being robbed. Okay, Simply Safe can visually confirm that a break-in is happening and let the police know. Protects every door, window, and room, 24/7 monitoring. No contract, hidden fees, or fine print. Won a lot of awards, CNET, New York Times. Prices are fair and honest, around-the-clock monitoring. Starts just $15 a month. Also free shipping, also a money-back guarantee, nothing to lose. Go to simplysafecolin.com today, COLIN. Simplysafecolin.com. Fair, honest, 3.5 times faster.